Hey, what is happening YouTube? It's the South African tech YouTuber here, and today I'm going to be doing the unboxing of the Nokia C10. So about a week ago I did the unboxing of the Nokia C20, and these two phones are very similar with minor differences. So as we can see in the box, this phone also comes with 2 years security updates, and on the side of the box we just see Nokia branding. At the back of the box, just like the Nokia C20, we see there are the main specifications of this phone. So just looking at this box side by side with the box of the Nokia C20, we can see they look basically exactly the same. The only difference is the color of the phones that they are showcased. And as we can see also at the back of the box, the only difference we can see is that on the Nokia C20 box, it mentions the processor and it mentions that it has 4G support. So this phone, the Nokia C10, the main difference is it does not have 4G, it only has 3G. So that could be a huge problem for many of you if you want to buy this phone. So first things first, I'm going to obviously remove this plastic with my trusty knife. And now that I've successfully managed to do that, we see that removing the box, we are greeted with the device itself. And first impressions is that everything from the unboxing to the feeling of the phone is exactly the same as the Nokia C20. And that is expected because the Nokia C20 is basically just an upgraded version of this phone. So the color that I have here is the black color. It also comes in purple, and the back cover is textured just like the Nokia C20. On the back cover we see that we have Nokia branding here, and obviously you can see this color is not actually black, but it's more of a charcoal color. In fact, on Nokia's website they call it a gray color, so it's more gray than black. And as you can see, here is the Nokia C20. The color that I got was the navy color. So if you look at it side by side, you can actually see there's a difference, but if you don't look at it side by side, you won't actually notice the difference. Okay, so now let's inspect the device a little bit deeper. So at the bottom of the phone we see that we have a micro USB port for charging and data transfer, and just next to the micro USB port there is actually a microphone. This is the main microphone. There is no other microphone on this phone. On the left hand side there is nothing, and on the right hand side of the device we see that we have the power/lock button, and just next to it there is the volume rockers. On the top of the device we are blessed with our good old friend, the headphone jack, which obviously we don't see on the latest phones nowadays, unfortunately. At the back of the phone we see that we have the 5 megapixel rear camera with a flash, and there is the speakers. Looking at the front of the phone we see that we have also a 5 megapixel camera, and just next to it there is a flash for night selfies basically, and finally there is a earpiece for phone calls. Okay, with that out of the way, let's take a look at what we get in the box. So first of all, under this little white box is the removable battery, which is exactly what we saw on the Nokia C20. This battery is exactly the same. It is a 2950 milliamp hour battery. And obviously with a removable battery comes a removable back cover, which is obviously what we used to see back in the day, but it's becoming a staple of budget phones here with Nokia. Taking a further look at this back, we see that we have dual 3G nano SIM cards and a micro SD card support of up to 256 gigabytes. Just underneath that we see that we have the user manuals and the product information, which obviously nobody reads, and we are also greeted with a soft TPU case. It's a cheap case, but it's better than nothing. Just under this case we get some cheap headphones, the exact same one we saw on the C20, and then there is a micro USB cable. Obviously I'm not expecting USB Type-C as there wasn't on the Nokia C20. And then there's a 5-watt charger, so this guy is going to take a long time to charge. Okay, so now let's take a look at the main specifications. So this phone has a 6.5-inch HD Plus display. The CPU is a Unisoc CPU. It's a quad-core CPU, clocked at 1.3 gigahertz. It has 1 gigabyte of RAM with 16 gigabytes of storage. It has dual nano SIM cards, 3G nano SIM cards with SD card support. There's a 5 megapixel front and rear facing cameras with flash on both. A 3000 milliamp hour battery, but technically it's actually 2950. And it is also running on a stock Android 11. And lastly, there is unfortunately no 4G on this guy. Okay, so now that I have the phone all set up and ready to go, just first impressions of the screen, it looks great. Honestly, for a cheap phone, this is fantastic. You can see that there is a little notch on the top, but just generally speaking, first impressions of the screen is fantastic. And to confirm, yes, this phone is running on Android 11. I'm sure because this phone is getting 2-year security updates, hopefully we'll be getting Android 12 and 13 when the time comes. At the bottom of the device, there is a slight bezel, but the screen, generally speaking, is big enough, and the bezel does not make a big difference. So that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll also be making a full review of this phone. So please subscribe to the channel to check that video out. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.